Alright guys, I want to show you the most important system I use to scale to over 250 active clients online and build a team within the fitness industry. Now, this applies to any service business online, and without this system, I can tell you it would have 100% been impossible to scale the way we did as fast as we did without trying to manage things on Google Sheets, building an empire of sheets, or even relying on notes like I was in the first place to manage my client base and manage my contact base, okay? So this is all to do with lead generation and sales. So if you're basically managing a service business online, you use social media to get clients, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, any of the social medias, and then you convert those views into leads. Then what do you do with those leads? How do you manage those leads over time? And if you do not get scared by the idea of messaging people first, maybe doing outreach, right? I know it's a banned word, or cold DMs, which people tend to get really like scared by it. If you're doing the wrong strategy, fair enough, you're going to destroy your reputation, but there is a way of doing it. Anyway, we won't go into that. But if you're doing that and you need a nice way of basically managing those leads and not losing them in Google Sheets where it tells you to follow up, but you get no notifications, nothing's automated, you want a system that just works for you and is really easy to use within one dashboard that's your account. We have now added it as 2 features within SocialProof. So for those of you that don't know, we have built a tool, a software tool for coaches to get more leads from their views online. And this is not a sales pitch. I'm just excited to share the features with you. But for those that don't know, just a quick recap. So inside here, you can see this is our dashboard as a SocialProof member. You get a proof page. So the proof page is a one-page professional website where you send your viewers. It's better than sending them straight to an application form or a link tree with multiple links or straight to a Calendly form. People need, when they click the next step, they want to find out more information. They want to have all their questions answered before they commit to an application or booking a call. They need to know all of the information about what you do, who you serve, what is your offer, what's involved in your service, who have you helped that's exactly like them, have you got proof of results, have you got proof of reviews, all those things that people check for. If you put it all in front of them like an online business card, they feel confident taking the next step straight away, because the data shows 97% of people click your link in bio and leave. There's a problem there. You're losing 97%. You can check the facts on your own account. So that's why we built this initially. That was the initial page we built. Just to give you a quick look at how this looks, you've got your VSL up in your hero section above the fold, your offer, your target audience call out. This is just an example proof page for us. Your results. Then you've got the service business sections we've recently added to give more context, some more proof. Again, some more information about relating to who they actually are right now and the problems they've got. Then we've got the real people, real messages. Then we've got the dream result, or what this looks like when you actually start getting something that works for you, regardless of what your service is. It depends on your service. Some reviews, some more social proof, some case studies you can add, how it actually works. So the next step, explain from when they click that link here, the CTA, to what happens next, so they know exactly what's going on. Then the exact features they might experience with your service. And then finally, the frequently asked questions. So this clearly comes up, nice and easy to use. And it's designed for mobile first as well. And then a little bit of an about section, so they get to know more about you, your mission, what you're doing. So that's the initial landing page we built, so that people can, instead of investing thousands in a website or trying to figure this out themselves, they just upload all their information to these sections here and it builds the page for them straight away. So that was the first thing we did. Then we were like, right, we want to build everything that we used. So just to give you some context, when we were scaling up, right, initially I was using all Google Sheets. Then I started to invest in more software. Then I started to invest and hire subcontractors to build the software we needed. Then we invested in CRMs and then people to build those out, because even paying the software, like if you pay for a CRM, I'll give an example like Go High Level or HubSpot or something like that, you spend hundreds of pounds per month and you still have to build everything for you. Like the templates are there and stuff, but it's really, really complicated. And there's hundreds of features you're never going to use, right? Especially as like a solopreneur, solo founder, like a fitness coach, for example. You don't need all that stuff and it's expensive. But there are key features within those CRMs that make it worth it. And I paid a guy to help me. I paid him $5,000 to build it all for me and still had to pay for the software, right? So it depends. Like ultimately it made sense for us at the time, and it did help us launch and grow to where we got to. But I wanted to build something that gave all of this to coaches, because I'm sick of seeing, and I keep saying it, I'm sick of seeing coaches or people online, influencers, make a ton of money because they're great at marketing and sales, but they don't care about the clients, and they tarnish the industry, they tarnish the reputation of the industry of coaches, and it makes it like frowned upon. But then I know tons of good friends that are really, really passionate coaches, care about their craft. All they do is like try and learn more, get more educated to become a better coach. And they don't get clients online, because online business, you still need leads. You need to understand marketing. You need to understand sales. It's not like being on a gym floor PT where you just get to walk around and that is your advertising and marketing, you know? So you need to learn this stuff. And I wanted to put it together so it's easy for people to use. So let's just dive into the two features I want to talk about, which today is the new latest release of the form templates, the proven form templates to convert, and the leads pipeline. So I'm actually going to start this time with the leads pipeline. Okay, if you don't know what a mini CRM is, or a leads pipeline, a pipeline is just the customer journey. Think about it. There's a workflow in any business, right? From the moment you have that first conversation, you've met a stranger for the first time, you progress the conversation to find out more about them in a bit of a discovery phase. You may give them something of value for free, a training plan, something to try, right? That's the lead magnet. Then they may feel confident, oh, do you know, I'm actually interested in working with this guy, I want to find out more. They apply. Then it might progress to them booking a call with you. Then you can manage different phases of how the call actually went, because obviously some join, some don't. So these are some stages, examples. So they show up to the call, they agree to a future date, but they haven't paid yet. They show and they don't close, unfortunately. They show and they pay, but they're waiting for the next step, waiting for onboarding. And then they become active clients and you work with them and deliver the service. Then eventually they do cancel, they leave, and then in worst case scenario, these are the two stages we don't like, which sometimes people ghost you. You know this happens, so you can add them here over time. And then they become disqualified, okay? So if they're not the right fit, you disqualify them, you put them here. So these are the stages we've got in the pipeline at the moment, just as a template for you to use. And I've given some funny examples. I don't know if you're going to find my humor funny, but anyway, I found it funny. And when you click on these, so instead of using Google Sheets to track all this stuff, instead of using notes, you can now click on, like Stephen Gerrard, for example. I started a conversation with him, right? And in the forms he's filled in the past, you can see his goals are here. You can see his problems he's got. You can add any notes that you want to there really easily. So all the information you've got is there. You can see when he was added, where he came through, and you can move people along. So say now we've progressed the conversation, we now move him over. He's in a deep conversation with us, right? He might submit and buy a lead or get a lead magnet or a training plan, and then he will automatically populate here. This is all automated as well, so it can be manually overridden. You can move people along, or it will be automated depending on what they do on their end as well. So as you can see, much easier to track, really nice way to track all of your lead flow, all of the people you're in contact with. And if they haven't submitted any forms to show up here automatically, you just add the contact. So let's say you're doing outreach and someone's told you to do 5 new messages a day. So you can go today and you can add every single Instagram user that you do get in contact with, and you can add them to the DM started conversation pipeline. Okay, you don't need to add their email or phone number. If you don't have it, you just add them there. So you can track everything, and then you can go back to this stage and be like, I need to follow up with these people now. More importantly, when we go to the form templates, so we've got proven form templates at the moment, and I'm working with the early adopters that have joined SocialProof so far. We launched publicly 8 weeks ago, even though we've been building this for over 18 months now. We officially publicly launched 8 weeks ago. We've now got just about 40 users. So this is, very new, but everyone that's joined so far, I've promised, as an early adopter, they are going to get every feature we add, because we've got so much we want to build and want to add to this. We want to basically make this the ultimate dashboard for an online service business, a solopreneur, not a massive company, but everything they need, all the essential features they need at a very affordable price compared to the other softwares that are like £100 a month plus. So here, the form templates we've got, as this is a new feature. We've got the application forms, we've got a gym group training form, and these are all based off what we've tested in the past as well. Not just with my own business, because it wasn't just the online fitness coaching business that we took the proven form templates from, but we've got a gym as well, separate business completely. We've got a semi-private coaching facility within the gym, different service offering entirely. So we've taken what we've learned over time with them and added them in as well. And there's multiple choice questions. So when you go down here, so this is like the application form, for example, and it's turned active right now. You then get your unique URL. So you can share this with people if you want to, but what I always suggest is, for your proof page anyway, copy the link, go to your hero section, and this is the CTA, and just add it here and just save the changes. So right now it will automatically be that when they go to your funnel, they click your link, and then when they click that next step, it will take them to the application form, and then as soon as they apply, you get an email straight away. So you get an email telling you you've got a new lead. Get in contact with them as soon as possible, because speed to lead is so important. If you get in touch with someone within the first 5 minutes, they're far more likely to engage and conversate with you back, compared to if you leave it any longer than that, the chances go down significantly. It's like a missing person. If someone goes missing, and you find that if you don't find them within the first day, they're gone. And it's the same with literally within 5 minutes of contacting someone. If you don't, the chances of them actually getting back in touch with you is very slim. That's what I would do. I would add the form templates there. The form fields are all shown depending on the template you go for. And everyone that I'm working with in SocialProof, everyone that's a member, if you've got something you want to add, any form template you want to add, we are going to be adding a form builder soon as well, so you can just build your own form. But if there's any template you want to add straight away, we can do that for you. And then the redirect is really important as well. So you can either have a thank you message that you put in here, or you redirect to a URL. I'll give you an example. So with SocialProof, when people sign up, we've got an offer on at the moment. So when they submit the trial, they do 14 days, and they do it for £1. We've got a thank you page we send them to, so we redirect to a thank you page. I've got a quick video on there saying, listen, I've got an offer on at the moment saying I'll build the full page for you completely free. So if you want that, just click the link below. It'll message me on WhatsApp. I'll send a quick consultation over, ask you all the information about your business, and then I will build the VSL script. I will build the copy for the page, and help you with uploading all the information to your dashboard. So that's why it's important to have the redirect there if you've got a certain page you want them to be sent to as well. Then you can check the submissions of this specific form there. You can do the same with all of these. Most importantly, you get that notification straight away, and this is the lead tracker. So the lead tracker analytics, you get to track all of your data there as well, as you can see the conversion rate. But if you go to the leads pipeline, it would show up automatically in one of the stages here, depending on what they've submitted. So a very easy way of managing everything for your business going forward. So if you've got any questions, comment below. As you can tell, this is still the very early stage of what we're building. So we've got a lot more to come. I'm just documenting the journey as we go as well. So if you've got any questions, let me know. If you do want to give the trial a go, the link's going to be below. But anyway, thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon.